Great. Hello world, Podler team is back at it again for our Sunday session of Mojo reading practice, qualia of humans observation. That's what we do here. And we are working on the facet of collaging, looking at images that have real life samples of humans doing the physiological cues that we have descriptive terms for. And we now have, today, the sample surfer program, which has more data than we've ever put out, and it is in a wonderful visual database that can be cross-sectioned into any of the ways that we can think of to help us get an angle on things. All right, so I'll talk a little bit about this process that we're embarking on now, and then we'll get into it. But before that, let's do some quick introductions. I am Nai Coach.
I am Shiny Shailene.
I am Nai Ben.
This is Nai Glenn.
Excellent. And Nigel Mitchell will be along most likely. Okay, so got that, introductions. Alrighty, so basically we're building up our lens. And we're all pioneers here, and thank you all for being here in this crucial period, because the way you want to do it, ideally, is to already have a 32,000 Rosetta Stone of the human condition, 1,000 samples for each of the 32 gender mojos. As well as all the major career bubbles having 1,000 plus samples in them that you could look at. So we're building that now. So a lot of times we're also doing mojo reading either in weekly quizzes or live reading, and that's important to do because the muscle needs to get built up. But ideally, we'll be building that muscle with this already in place. So we're doing those things simultaneously. And as important, obviously, as being able to do raw reads in real time, that is a goal that's very worthy to shoot for. It has a lot of real-world application. It's vitally important to pay attention to the basic building up of the lens that's doing all this work. And collaging is the best way to do that. And now the sample server program, we're taking that next level. So very exciting. Okay, so some things. Doing the mojo reading, 5 gears. We've talked about it lots of times. So how it relates to different gears here. First gear is the powers. So basically, this concept of having 1,000 samples of a human having a certain qualia, whether you're power or field or an alchemy, you need 1,000 plus to get that. And that's what we're doing here with this program, is these cross sections. And so a big one is the terminology we use, like the powers. The powers actually are going to equate to those 1,000 samples that all had Xi or all had Z or whatever it is. And that is what that word equals. Very important, like in science, when you say quark or any other thing like that, no matter how unusual the word is, if it relates to something very, very specific and particular and observable and workable from natural law itself. Okay, second gear, the fields. So that in Podler, when we say things like directive mojo or adaptive momentum or so forth, we all actually can pull up a visual registry of that phenomenon. All right, gear 3, very, very important now, is the mojos, the gender mojos, each of them, and also the alchemies. So third gear does both. So we're going to do not only say Shiny female, we're also going to do Nez Tower females and Tower females in general, and adaptive females, and all those kind of cross sections to kind of see what it feels like to grab onto that similarity in qualia between different specialists. Okay. Fourth gear is the riffing. Obviously, this is going to increase our volume and our fluency with that volume a lot. That'll make the fourth gear riffing much better. And then fifth gear is keeping your ideal quasi-state while doing it. And the big thing that throws you off is personal interests, right? Research bias. So this is going to get us used to seeing all these things. We say, oh, in hockey this, in politics that. When we do that, all Podler who are trained this way, they actually have a visual registry of that world, the basic kind of programming components of what makes it flow the way it does. So very, very important. All right, and then this goes obviously to doing it on your own, solo reading. All those things I just said would apply to that. But like when we do reading together, it also increases our group language, so that when Shailene says, oh, it's like so-and-so when at this age or something, that's a very great riff thing, if the people that she's talking to can catch that. They have a contextual net that can capture that very nuanced, powerfully nuanced and specific kind of verbal cue or language cue, and then everyone who is trained with that, that same context will know exactly what's going on. And then mojo journalism. So it's very important to have a fluency with these people of who they are, so that when things get fired off rapidly in a news story, Donald Trump did this, Hillary Clinton did this, Bill Clinton did this, Angela Merkel did that, blah, blah, blah. And they rattle off these names that in real time, if someone's to rattle off like the main players in a story, like in news articles, you're taught to, in the first paragraph, kind of try to announce the main players that the article will be on. When you get fired, that first paragraph, you could catch them. In a first opening paragraph of story that gives you the main cast of characters. For example, hey, Charlene, there's a new show coming on. Really, who's in it? Bop, 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 bop. He does this, she does that, they do this. And when all those names are said, visual cues of actual samples are firing at the same time. All right.
Nice.
So moving on real quick here, ride schedule. Like I said, there are ones that are 1,000 plus. We are ready to ride that aspect of the mojo phenomenon, the human quality phenomenon. So we have Nige Mail, Nize Mail, G9 Mail, and Z9 Mail, and also Nizai Mail and Nijai Mail. All of them are over 1,000, and we have 25K in the program right now, and that 25K actually captures those. Things that we have but have not been put into the program is Zine Mail, Vige Mail, and with the new push I'm doing right now, we're probably going to get Nize female, Jini female, and Jinai female. So those will all be coming down the pipeline.
Nice.
All right. This also is going to act as a fine purification pass. I've been doing lots of them, as you know, before, but they're kind of coarse, obviously, because I'm actually building the Rosetta Stone while trying to clean it. So I was cleaning as I was cooking, so to speak. Okay, so with these in here, we kind of have it, and we can purify it from that set state. I look to you all, thank you so much for being here. You are the most trained human quality, human mojo readers on the planet. So as you go through the rides and all the quizzes, anything that jumps out to you that you want me to review, let me know, and I'll do that. That starts tonight. Charlene has a document open that anything that we have an issue with, there probably won't be a lot, but we're going through a very large.
Yeah. I feel like if we're going to see anything, well, there's a very good chance we'll see it in these quizzes, because we'll get a really good feel of what like Nige and what Ni Alpha, for example, looks like. So like as soon as we see something that doesn't, looks a little bit off, that's a good opportunity.
To combine the three ideal things, which is we have a group together that's dedicated to this task who's trained. We have volume, over 1,000 samples. And we have specificity, like you just said, Ben, like telling apart the two female Nez towers, right? And just focusing on a large volume of that with a group of people who also know what they're doing detective-wise. Awesome. All right. So you guys get feedback there. Next, as we go through, this will be the protocol on all these that we do, which is the first time through, we'll probably do 3 passes through the group. It's about 15. And name a cue about this mojo or this alchemy or whatever. That's about 15 things to say, and that should give a good initial constellation, for example, of what you'll see in a Nige. Then from there, let it go and just kind of say the names as they go through, and we're going for high volume. But also, feel free to chime in with any extra observations that you may have, because that's adding good content, that's adding good bonding of your synonymy with the data. But crucial, the data takes precedence, and the trance-like state that these rituals we're doing will give us. So we want to actually have people chime in as they see things or have things that come to them about the subject, but keep it pithy. So the trance state does not get stopped. On that, I also want to have a special shout out to Jailene to give any of her ADROM observations, because we have 4 Nige here, 4 Durams, and 1 ADROM. So between us, we have all 8 powers. I want to make sure that as we kind of look at these things as mirrors, we're getting a lot of reflections back from those 4 powers that only Jailene brings to us. So thank you.
Yeah, sure thing.
And then last, the best way to think of this so you come out properly is that we're meditating. The word meditate, a lot of people think of it more in the specific transcendental meditation style from the East, but actually really simply means, in a broader context, to heighten certain aspects of your understanding of existence and what it means to you. And so you can do transcendental, but you can also meditate on war. You can meditate on peace. You can meditate on anything. And it basically means you're going to give all your attention to it and try to extract as much as you can, tuning out other signals. You're going to highlight that one and stay on it. Stay with it. Stay in it. I really can't think of a better way to describe what we're doing here. We want to get on the Naiji mail, or we want to get on the power of Jai, whatever it is for the evening, and we want to stay on that note. So we are basically doing a meditation. Meditations can be done solo or group. In this case, it's a group meditation, and they can also be done guided or unguided. In this case, it is loosely guided by the data as laid out for us, but we're kind of able to freeform with it as we see fit. All right.
And special thanks to Ben for
Yes.
developing this tool that allows us to, this powerful tool that allows us to do this meditation, allows all these people out there at large to also be able to see this phenomenon in a really interactive way. So thank you so much.
Yeah, very interactive, very concentrated. Nice.
It's my pleasure.
All right, so without any further ado, Podlair proudly presents the Naiji.
Yes. I was thinking of like what if I started the thread, you know, the thread after the sample surfer, Podlair Productions proudly presents. So I was like,
yeah, I like it. I like it. But for sure,
that'd be cool though. Yeah.
The selections, first the building up of the data to start with, and then the cross-sectioning of them into their most useful concentrations or essences. The world's never had this before. They're being presented with it now. Very cool.
Awesome.
Can't wait to see where it goes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's going to be very, very motivated, if I wasn't already, to get the Rosetta Stone. Okay, so starting off, Naiji 12th Planet. Naiji, as Nai Alpha, are going to have, I'm going to start here with the first gear, the Nai Cunning Eyes. And so there is a penetrating quality to them as they are directive, but it is a bit more yin than Vi would be in counterpoint. So it is penetrating, but a dreamy penetration. One thing to also still in here is Jarlene. She's gonna be like our DJ for this ritual. So we get volume. Feel free as the turns go through to kind of scroll through maybe like 3 or so.
Okay.
For each turn.
So we don't necessarily need to call all of them out?
No.
Is that what we're saying? Okay.
Or, yeah, let's try that.
Oh, and by the way, you can use the either the arrow keys or the A and D buttons on your keyboard to navigate the collage.
Oh, nice.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. Smooth. All right.
You know, Charlene, I'll leave you to DJ that. Basically, we're going for a trance state here.
Okay.
So just kind of do it feels trancy.
Fancy.
Yep. Whatever feels best for you.
Let's see. Hopefully this. Come back. Okay. There we go.
There we go.
All right. So Naiji 2 chains. One thing, since he's not emoting here, and Coach pointed out the Nai Cunning, I will point out Naiji do have Zai as their offside power, and that will be in the neutralizing of the expression of the emotion. Give him a steely face look, kind of like how he has in both pictures here on the right hand side. He's emoting a little bit, and you can see that he's putting some neutralization, but that smile, it wants to come up higher, and it does. If he let it go completely, it would come up into his cheeks. Yeah. Ben, this is yours.
Oh, cool. So this is Naiji ASAP Rocky. So I do see, yeah, I mean, I see like he's kind of doing a 1,000-yard stare picture on the right. He's also flicking you off at the same time. I think that's kind of also like it's not as natural state. Like I mean, it's not as natural for him in the or well, I should say it seems like he's sort of making a point. You know, he's not really looking at you. You know, because it makes him flicking you off more powerful. But yeah, he is kind of in a 1,000-yard stare right now with his Nai and his Zai. And picture on left, he's more engaged. You can see his emoting a little more easily and his V energy.
Well, since you're kind of jumping around here a little bit, let's go ahead and just do that then. Since you mentioned his 1,000-yard stare, why don't you go ahead and just talk about subjective objective real quick.
Okay. Oh yeah. So with 1,000-yard stare, you'll see that there'll be you'll see a subjective objective. You'll see that with the 1,000-yard stare, it'll look more natural state. The eyes will look more like they're going home, and there will be a hooded eye quality.
Nice. Glenn, this one's yours.
So this is Naiji Hank Aaron. With him, I feel like he has a little bit more G going on in both pictures, although he is kind of a little bit, there's a bit of his eye as well, but I feel like because he's a little bit older and he's got fairly good energy, I think. He's quite accomplished too, 755 home runs. I think that's a good statistic. I'm not sure. I don't follow baseball or anything, but he's, picture on the right, he's engaging with his cunning eyes and stuff, and then the emoting is going up fairly high, but at the same time, he's kind of a little bit like, I'm not sure how to describe that mood that he's in there. On the one on the right, it's a similar kind of mood, but he seems more like he's like feeling okay, but then, I don't know, there's something interesting about that look there. Overall, he seems like he's got fairly good development, though, I think. Good energy.
But just, on these, this is good, a little fine-tuning, is that we want to kind of focus on the universalities of Naiji rather than the specificities of any given case. Does that make sense? This is a different ritual as opposed to mode reading. We're actually trying to kind of get our lens to zone in on those similarities.
Okay, cool.
John, you got something to say?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I was thinking since we went through our first turn and we kind of called out some Naiji cues, now we can just go through it more without calling out cues for every single one. But as I scroll through them, if anyone has anything to say, they can, they can chime in and we can pause on a particular
A little bit.
photo. Yeah.
That way we'll keep good transit. Good suggestion, Geraldine. All right.
Cool. All right. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Naiji Bud Abbott.
Naiji Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Oh, Naiji Mumia Abdul Jamal.
Naiji Vito Akonsi.
Now this one isn't interesting to me.
It is.
Yeah, it is.
It seemed like the amount of Zai he has.
Yes.
It's very.
He also riffs a little bit of like Al Pacino in a way, does he?
He does. So I think he may still be, like I said, Naiji. But I agree. I'll take another look at him because of how Zai he is.
Al Pacino is still a Naiji, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So yours, Janine, I think.
Naiji Ace Hood.
Naiji Chinua Achebe.
Naiji Hugh Hson. He's quite the interesting Naiji. Almost, I think he was read at one point as maybe a Vaiji. I don't know.
Yeah, his eyes.
Those eyes, they look quite yang in a way. In
Tight. But I think what I'm seeing is Zai kind of tightening, kind of furrowing, not necessarily the density that goes with the vibe.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was why he's I believe you're seeing a very kind of.
Tom Cruise has that.
He does.
Phenomenon.
And he gave me pro for a while too.
Yeah. A lot of chefs tend to be Vijay, but I know that there's quite a few Naiji in there as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So not like pop
chef.
music.
Mm-hmm.
Naiji Jensen Ackles.
Oh, we skipped you, Coach, actually, that one time. But...
Oh, don't worry. Go ahead.
Ben, you're up.
Oh, Naiji Allen Adams.
Naiji Brian Adams. What about you, Charlene? you
Yeah, I think we're just going in the thing that we'll correct now.
Okay, here we go. Naiji Don Adams.
Naiji Granville Adams.
I'll add one thing here. Somebody that's been singing some of these several, and we'll see a lot more of it, is that sort of making a noticeable G expression to give a signal out while watching over it to see what the reaction to that signal is. So, anyway,
I see.
See a lot of those looks in this.
Is he related to that, or he seems similar to the one character from, you know, Cisco in the Generation Star Trek show? His son, he's an IG, right? This is not the same person?
No.
No, it's a different one, but yes, and still Naiji, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Whose turn is it?
So, Bence.
Oh, Naiji Nate Adams.
Naiji Patrick J. Adams.
Naiji Ryan Adams.
Naiji Andrew Adamson. Yeah, they have that piercing quality, but it's a dreamy, it's more diffuse.
Naiji Chris Addison.
Naiji Ray Adelson.
Naiji Jim Atkins.
Naiji Newton Aduaka.
Naiji Aaron Aflelo.
Naiji Joseph Egbeko.
I'll just pause on that one. Naiji also have V. It is their polar, so it's not tends to be the most pronounced all the time. But you do see it in when they perk up the halo of that V ant behind the Nai Dream. You'll get further. Then some samples like this guy here and many other athlete Naiji, you'll see more of a pronounced, more sort of semi-permanent heightened V halo.
Coach?
Oh, yes. Naiji Clay Aiken.
Naiji Liam Aiken.
Naiji Alvin Ali.
Naiji Akon.
Naiji Jim Al Khalili.
Naiji Damon Auburn.
Naiji David Albert.
This is on the challenging one. Naiji tend to have a bit of elongation naturally. Not all of them do, but in general you see that. But sometimes they get a little heavier. That can be sort of obscured a bit. But you can still see, I forget I said it before, it's a good observation, like the center area, the center tight oval of the mouth, nose, and eyes, that still keeps that elongation despite the sort of fleshy areas around it maybe expanding over the years.
Mouth, nose, and what was that?
The eyes, that narrow inner oval, that you know, whether it's compacted or elongated, that doesn't change. You notice that, for example, pilots and gatherers who are very lean. You know what I mean? So that they'll actually have a bit more of an angular face, is a little, I guess, a little leaner, but still, its center portion has a broaderness to it.
Interesting.
That part seems to be less susceptible to the face getting more, you know, slender or big. You know what I mean? Tight or bloated. Those kinds of things. That center area is more bony and doesn't, you know, more bony and kind of organs of the teeth, the tongue, the eyes, and doesn't seem to change as much with the other stretching. The area around that center oval seems more susceptible to the stretching. Anyway, you can see here he has that stretching around that outer oval of his face, but the inner one still elongated.
Right. You kind of that's a good way to, like, I think, is zone in on that. I don't know whose turn is this.
Is it my turn or?
Coach,
I'll
go.
go. Naiji John Albert.
Naiji Josiah Aldo.
Naiji Alvin.
Naiji Greg Alexander.
Naiji Ali Alexander.
Naiji Baba Ali.
Naiji Oh my God. Mahershala Hashbaz Ali.
Nice, man.
Naiji Muhammad Ali.
Najee Javoris Allen.
He has a wider face.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
The elongation then in that center still.
Yeah.
And then also the eyes, right? The eyes are
Yeah.
still.
That's a new cue. It's going to take, I think, a few times looking at it in order to really like hone in on it, I think. But I think it's really interesting.
And if you guys, any of them you seem interesting enough that you'd like me to take a little extra look at, I can add that name. Do you want me to do that one?
Yeah.
What's his name? Javoris?
Javorius Allen.
This is great because you guys are the best team out there, so your feedback is so important.
Ben, I think?
Ben?
Oh yeah. Najee Chris Allen. It looks like Harry Potter.
Naiji Marcus Allen.
Najee Paul Allen.
Naiji Ray Allen.
Oh, Najee Way Allen.
Naiji Dwayne Allen.
Najee Greg Allman. Something about him on Israel. He riffs me, kind of riffs here. He riffs me of.
The guy from Blind Spot.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sullivan
Kurt
Stapleton.
Weller does. Yeah. Sullivan Stapleton.
Mhm.
Yeah. He does.
Charlene, I think you mentioned.
Yeah. Naiji, sorry, the left track. Naiji Kevin Aloka.
Najee Thomas Almeida.
Naiji Yuri Allen.
Najee Laz Alonso.
Naiji Dritton Alcella.
Najee Robert Alvin.
Naiji Alberto Amarla.
Najee Don Amici.
Naiji Alejandro Amenabar.
Najee Thomas Anders.
Naiji Blake Anderson.
Najee Brad Anderson.
Naiji Ian Scott Anderson. Oh, he's doing a big V perk up there on the right hand side.
Yeah, exactly. Look how big he makes a halo.
Yeah.
But the center driving piercing is still stronger. But he's really flared that halo up.
Mhm.
That's cool. Good observation.
Ben, you're up.
Oh, Najee Joe Anderson.
Naiji Paul Thomas Anderson.
Najee Paul W.S. Anderson.
Naiji Wes Anderson.
Najee John Andretti.
Oh, he has like a Jake Gyllenhaal, some smile or something to him.
It's my turn.
Yes.
Naiji Mario Andretti.
Najee Michael Andretti.
Naiji Naveen Andrews.
Najee Alex Anfanger.
Naiji Chris Angel.
Najee Shingo Annan.
Naiji Adam Ant.
Najee Carmelo Anthony.
Naiji Patrick Antonius. He's got an interesting face. Very almost looks like a G9 in a way, but
Yeah.
Eyes very watchful though.
Yeah.
yeah, it's very interesting.
He doesn't give a lot away, which makes
No.
sense that he's like pro.
Do you want me to look at that one again, Glenn?
It's up to you, Coach. I just thought it was interesting, peculiar. And this one's yours.
Mine. Naiji Steve Aoki. Ben, you're up.
Najee Adam Apollo.
Can we look at that guy again? Just a sec.
Oh, this guy.
His emoting. How high does it look like it's going up?
Yeah, I remember this case. We actually looked at him. A lot of people guessed Ziny in that quiz.
Right.
It goes up.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That goes up.
But no, it's yeah. But I actually remember that case.
Okay.
No, but you're right. You're right. That was a problem. We actually pulled him to take a close look at because he was so tricky.
He's got quite the interesting look there. Yeah.
Yeah, picture on the right, especially. It kind of looks like he's, picture on the left, ironically, it actually feel like I'm seeing more emoting for some reason.
Yeah.
Even though he's not opening his mouth.
Is it,
Is it my turn?
yes.
Okay, I'll just go. Naiji Jacob Applebaum.
Naiji Michael Apted.
Yeah, and then there are some of these film directors that have a very long face, and they do a lot of Zai. I mean, they have good development overall, obviously.
Zai heavy.
Yeah, Zai heavy. That's tricky. Naiji Yasser Arafat.
Naiji Ian Archer.
Naiji Rod Argent. His eyes.
Yeah.
Naiji Dario Argento.
Naiji Brian Vander Ark.
Naiji Giorgio Armani.
Giorgio Armani.
Oh, I thought that was an L.
Naiji Daniel Armbruster.
Troublemaker. Naiji Billy Joe Armstrong.
Naiji Craig Armstrong.
Naiji Jonas Armstrong.
Naiji Francis Arnaud. Francois Arnaud.
Naiji Desionez.
Naiji Darren Aronofsky.
Naiji Akbar Ariola.
Naiji Guillermo Arriaga.
Naiji Jan Arthur Bertrand.
Naiji Tadanobu Asano.
Naiji Daniel Ash.
Naiji Hal Ashby.
Naiji Richard Ashcroft.
Naiji Arthur Ashe.
Naiji Peter Asher.
Naiji Julian Assange.
Naiji Fred Astaire.
Naiji Ian Astbury.
Naiji Rick Astley.
Naiji James Atkins.
Naiji Olivier Aubin Mercier.
Naiji Dan Auerbach.
Naiji Robert Alman.
Naiji Tevon Austin.
Naiji Roger Avery.
Naiji Eric Avery.
Naiji Scott Abbott.
Naiji Seth Abbott.
Naiji Avicii.
Naiji Asaf Avidan.
Naiji Cliff Averill.
Quite the long face, or I mean the full round-looking face, but yeah.
And you can see though,
and the dissatisfaction that's coming out, especially on the left-hand side picture.
But you see this, for example, thank you. The one on the right, because the one on the left, he actually looks fairly elongated. The one on the right, he's gained more weight. It's more of a bit more of a moon face, and so they're the same guy, and you can see there's a lot more expansion in the fleshy area on the outsides. But this part, this little cross area, has kept its similar lines.
And also the chin kind of tucks in, or that doesn't tuck in. It's kind of like pointed in a way, and that's, I think, all subjectives kind of share that finer feature quality.
A lot of times, not always, but yeah, it's a trend.
Right,
Naiji Ian Axel.
Naiji Allen Aikborn.
Naiji Bill Ayers.
Naiji Richard Bach.
Naiji Sebastian Bach.
Naiji Burke Bayer.
Naiji Facundo Bagnes.
Naiji Champ Bailey.
Naiji Preston Bailey.
Naiji Chris Bayo.
Bio?
Bayo.
Bayo. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just going by the how I've heard it said.
Is this guy Scott Bio? Naiji
Bayo. Yeah.
Bayo.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know that violates the way it's supposed to go, but names are allowed to be contradictions to our language.
All right. Naiji Dan Baird.
Naiji Scott Bairstow.
Naiji Alec Baldwin.
Naiji Daniel Baldwin.
And you see some of these brothers, they've gained some weight over the years. The big difference from their younger and older pictures. They still have that same T area. The way the eyes and the mouth, they line up there, and the way they interact, that kind of stays constant. It's one of the things that humans naturally do anyway. When you try to tell people apart who may have changed a bit, that area doesn't really change a lot compared to the outside region. Like take him, even though Spacey got a lot bigger, his lips still kind of look the same. You mean he basically has the same lips inside a smaller or bigger head. Stephen Baldwin.
Naiji William Baldwin.
Naiji Kevin Bales.
Naiji Eric Balfour.
Naiji Allen Ball.
Naiji Robert Ballard.
Naiji James Bullock.
Naiji Alex Band.
Naiji Thomas Bangalter.
Naiji Chris Bangle.
Cool. Naiji, or no, this is Ben's turn.
It's okay. Naiji Devonta Benhart.
Naiji Paul Banks.
Naiji Henan Barao. Classic, that sort of like big V.
Right.
It has a lot, but it's not momentum.
Naiji Brian Barberina.
Naiji Edson Barboza.
Naiji Javier Bardem.
Naiji Clive Barker.
Naiji Darren Barker.
Naiji Nigel Barker.
Naiji Gary Barlow.
Naiji Lou Barlow.
Naiji Ben Barnes.
Oh, Naiji Christopher Daniel Barnes.
Naiji Kevin Barnes.
Naiji Jacob Barnett.
Naiji Zach Barnett.
Naiji Piero Barone.
Naiji John Mark Barr.
Naiji Sid Barrett.
Naiji Chris Barron.
Naiji John Berry.
Naiji Keith Berry.
Naiji Mikhail Baryshnikov.
Naiji Jean-Michel Basquiat.
He looks so much like Kid Cudi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Naiji Allen Bates.
Naiji Rail Battle.
Naiji Patrick Bushaw.
Naiji Noah Baumbach.
Naiji James Bay.
Naiji Eben Bayer.
Naiji Rick Bayless.
Oh, chef.
Naiji Dave Bailey.
Naiji Adam Beach.
Naiji Ishmael Bey.
Naiji Willis Earl Beale.
Nice.
He almost looked like, what do you call it? Wesley Snipes.
A little bit. Well,
A little bit, yeah.
yeah, that's what you're saying, actually.
Yeah.
Some lines are different, but yeah, there's actually something about the way his eyes and mouth kind of go together. It gives a similar kind of.
Mm-hmm.
You're right. Naiji Eddie Bean.
Naiji Beardy Man.
Naiji Allison Bechdel.
She identified as a male.
That might be. I'm checking that one. How do you spell last name?
Alison Bechdel.
How do you spell last name?
Bechdel.
Oh, I see. We're doing only Naiji males. I see.
Yeah. So. Cool.
Yeah.
That's good.
Cool, coach.
Thank you. Naiji Boris Becker.
Naiji Jerry Beckley.
Naiji Kabir Betty.
Kabir, I think. Naiji Chase Beebe.
He looks interesting. I don't know. Looks maybe like.
It's pretty steely, but I think he's an Naiji. I can look at him though.
Okay. Cool. And again, it may be on the still photos. He does a lot of his eyes, so it doesn't come through. Have to see video. Interesting. Okay.
Is my turn?
Yes.
Naiji Eve Bahar.
Naiji Harry Belafonte.
Naiji Brian Bell.
Naiji Drake Bell.
Naiji Jane Bell. And real quick, I was throwing in here at the program, Ben. I definitely think we can probably get to where we can rate these as like really easy to get, sort of medium, and a challenging sample. And then we kind of like, for new people, as we get more samples, they could actually try to like front load it with the most easy to grasp, and then kind of go out to the ones that are a bit more challenging.
Yeah, so like we all like cooperatively rate them.
I think that'd be really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it'd be
right now
helpful.
we've been agreeing, kind of, every time someone's like, yeah, that is a bit of a trickier sample. So it seems like there's a lot of similarities in what it is.
Can I add something to that? I think that'd be really good to do once we have like a web database set up. Right now we kind of have it so it's a local database. So like as far as like us all like synergized together and stuff, I think that would be good to have when we
that's a great idea.
have that, when we can like connect this to like a web server, and it can like send information there.
That sounds great. That's a great idea.
Yeah.
I like it. Start again. Naiji Tone Bell.
Naiji Matthew Bellamy.
Naiji Scott Belsky.
Naiji Maurice Bernard.
Naiji Rob Benedict.
Naiji Andre Benjamin.
Naiji Earl Benjamin.
Naiji Travis Benjamin.
Naiji Yochai Blankeler.
Naiji Martellus Bennett.
Naiji Chester Bennington.
Naiji Jack Benny.
Naiji Wes Bentley.
Naiji Kim Beom. Ben?
Oh, Naiji Tom Beringer.
Naiji Elliot Bergman.
Naiji Ingmar Bergman.
Naiji Tim Berners-Lee.
Naiji Matt Berninger.
Naiji Yogi Berra.
Naiji Jan Berry.
Naiji Bernardo Bertolucci.
Naiji Matt Bessler.
Naiji George Best.
Naiji Magnus Bettner.
Naiji Nuno Betancourt.
Naji Jeff Bezos.
Naji Sergey Bezrukov.
I'm getting a lot of feedback right now from.
Yeah, I was getting a bit too.
Okay, Bo Bice.
Naji Justin Bieber.
Naji Big Boy.
Naji Big Daddy Kane.
Naji Big Dip.
Naji
These are all in the last name column, so like big goes together because they're in the last name column. It's that's how it's sorted.
Wait till we get to the littles.
All the things. Yep. Ben, you're up.
Oh, Naji Stephen Biko.
Pico.
Naji Wan Bin.
Naji Ryan Bingham.
Naji Andrew Bird.
Naji Johnsy Bergeson.
Naji Des Bishop.
Naji Dustin Lance Black.
Naji Lucas Black.
Naji Richie Blackmore.
Naji Jack Blades.
Naji Ruben Blades.
Naji George Blagden.
Naji David Blaine.
Naji Zach Blair.
Naji James Blake.
Naji Robert Blake.
Naji Bill Blass.
Naji Moritz Bleb Trio.
Naji Neil Blomkamp.
Naji Orlando Bloom.
Naji Colin Blundstone.
Naji Lothair Bluto.
Naji Don Bluth.
Naji Oswald Boateng.
Naji Bobmo.
Naji Sergey Bodrov.
Naji Dirk Bogard.
Naji Humphrey Bogart.
Naji Roberto Bolano.
Naji Usain Bolt.
Naji Barry Bonds.
Naji Diego Boneta.
Oh, Naji Sonny Bono.
Naji Carlos Boozer.
Naji Garrett Bournes.
Naji Ignacio Boschetto.
Naji Timothy Bottoms.
Naji Bounty Killer.
Naji Jamie Campbell Bauer.
Naji Bruce Boxleitner.
Naji Brandon Boyd.
Naji John Boyd.
Naji Boinaband.
Naji Danny Boyle.
Naji Greg Braden.
Naji Sam Bradford.
Reminds me of Chris Pratt.
Does.
Naji Avery Bradley.
Naji Timothy Bradley.
Naji Zach Braff.
Naji Kenneth Branagh.
It's Branagh, but it's yes.
Branagh. Sorry.
Naji Diego Brandau.
That picture looks kind of a bit.
Yeah, I'll improve that picture. Diego Brandau. Picture.
Oh, you're gonna fix the one on the right.
Yeah, I'll get a better one.
Yeah, especially since they're both pretty they're both pretty similar too, because they're both you know, MMA.
Yeah, does a similar expression.
Oh, I'll choose on some of them, yeah.
Niji Klaus Maria Brandar.
Najee Marlon Brando.
Niji Daniel Brands.
Niji Kevin Brausch.
Niji Breakage.
Najee Royer Bremer. Rory Bremer, I mean.
Niji Neil Brennan.
Niji Charlie Brenneman.
Looks like that one's kind of a bit off too.
Niji Jeremy Brett.
Najee Don Brewer.
Niji Lance Briggs.
Niji Larry Brilliant.
He's got an interesting long and kind of full face in the one on the left there.
Yeah, he does. Niji Summer Bringsjord.
Najee John Bryan.
Niji Paul Brittain.
Ben Brode.
Niji Adam Brody.
Najee Adrian Broner.
Niji Jonathan Brookins.
He has not much. He doesn't have a lot of good media. Niji Alton Brown.
Niji Antonio Brown.
Najee Brian Brown.
Niji Chris Brown.
Niji Chris Taylor Brown.
Niji Dan Brown.
Najee Darren Brown.
Niji Dustin Brown.
Niji Gregory Brown.
Niji Jim Brown.
Najee John Brown.
Niji Tim Brown.
Niji Jackson Brown.
Niji Ben Bruce.
Najee Dustin Bruce.
Niji Jack Bruce.
Niji Lenny Bruce.
Niji Daniel Brew.
Najee Tobjorn Brundtland.
Niji Aaron Bruno.
Niji Doyle Brunson.
Niji Des Bryant.
Najee Kobe Bryant.
Niji Martavis Bryant.
Niji Yul Brenner.
Niji Michael Bublé.
Najee Jonathan Buck.
Niji Lindsay Buckingham.
Niji Jeff Buckley.
Niji Tim Buckley, his dad.
Najee Jimmy Buffett.
Niji Jake Bug.
Niji Ted Bundy.
Niji Charlie Birchall.
Najee Billy Burke.
Niji Trey Burke.
Niji Tom Burlinson.
Niji Morgan Burnett.
Najee T-Bone Burnett.
Niji Ed Burns.
Niji George Burns.
Niji Ronnie Burns.
Najee Brian Burton.
Niji Tim Burton.
Niji Edward Bertinsky.
Niji Carter Burwell.
Najee Steve Buscemi.
Buscemi.
Yeah.
Niji Gary Busey.
Naiji Jake Busey.
Naiji Reggie Bush.
Najee Geezer Butler.
Naiji Wynn Butler.
Naiji Asa Butterfield.
Naiji David Byrne.
Najee Lee Byung Hun.
Naiji Louis C.K.
Naiji Ryan Cabrera.
Naiji Alex Caceres.
Najee Nicolas Cage.
Naiji Cameron.
Naiji Chris Camargo.
Naiji James Cameron.
Najee Billy Campbell.
Naiji Fraser Campbell.
Naiji Joseph Campbell.
Naiji Martin Campbell.
Najee Shane Campbell.
Naiji Guillermo Kennett.
Guillaume.
Guillaume Kennett.
Naiji Nick Cannon.
He was Marion Cotillard. He's Marion Cotillard's partner.
I see.
Naiji Nicholas Cantaloupe. Ode to Fruit.
Makes it easier to pronounce.
So
Najee Truman Capote.
Naiji Marshall Caps.
Oh, just so you know, Ben, it's a Truman Capote. It's weird.
Yeah, I
Oh,
was gonna
Capote.
say that, but I was like, I don't know if I should.
I thought, like, yeah, he's pretty famous.
Just
So.
a well-known.
Yeah.
Capote, right? Isn't it?
Exactly.
Capote.
Yeah, there's kind of a push and pull because, like, if we mention every single mispronunciation here,
Yeah.
we're gonna spend a lot. We're gonna spend a lot of time talking
Yeah,
about
that's
that.
why I normally didn't, but in him, that name is really well known.
If it's a big and important person, for sure, I think it's worth it. But
Yeah, agreed.
Good deal.
Naiji Francis Capra.
Naiji Frank Capra.
Najee Caribou.
Naiji Dan Carlin.
Naiji Robert Carlyle.
Naiji Jared Carmichael.
Najee Joe Carnahan.
But something about the way he does his eyes and mouth, both pictures actually, he reminds me a little bit of a fuller-faced Agent Coulson.
Yes,
Yes!
I was going to say that. Like he has an askew, like
Yeah.
he has a straight.
The way he holds it too.
Yeah, yeah. The face.
Yeah, I think I can kind of see that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Kind of, yeah.
Coulson.
For me, it's the skewness, but also too the way he holds his
Yeah,
smiles.
smile.
Yeah, and I looked at the mouth, and that's kind of what I was.
Yeah.
The
Mhm.
mouth kind of throws me off a little bit, actually, but yeah, I think I kind of see what you guys are saying.
Particularly on the picture on the right, I guess.
Yeah, he makes it smile a lot.
The open one.
Yeah, he actually does both his smiles really.
Yeah.
Depending on what mood he's in. Anyway, interesting, good riff.
Nice.
Is it your turn, Glenn?
Oh, okay. Naiji Patrick Carney.
Naiji John Carpenter.
Naiji Richard Carpenter.
Najee Paul Carrack.
Naiji David Carradine.
Naiji John Carradine.
Was he related?
The dad.
Is he brothers or a father?
He's the dad, but he has brothers too coming up.
I see.
Naiji Keith Carradine.
Najee Robert Carradine.
Naiji Anthony Kerrigan.
He's awesome in Gotham.
Daredevil, I think Carradine is in Daredevil, right?
Kerrigan, yeah, the last one is. Yeah,
Mhm.
he's cool.
I mean, no, Carradine, one of the brothers. I think it's in Daredevil.
Well, he may be in a minor role that I
Yeah, I'm
don't
not
remember. But Kerrigan, he actually is a recurring character.
Of course,
But-
I know about him.
Oh, Daredevil.
Was there?
No, they look a lot alike. That's Scott Glenn, I think.
Scotland, yeah.
Scott Glenn? Shit, I'm gonna have to check.
They're both real craggy,
Mhm.
lean and craggy.
Mhm.
I mean, I think it's something else. Anyway, we should
I think so.
Naiji Anthony Carino.
Naiji Jim Carroll.
Najee John Carroll.
Naiji Sean B. Carroll.
Naiji David Carson.
Naiji Johnny Carson.
Naiji Jason Carter.
Naiji Josh Carter.
Naiji Michael Patrick Carter.
Naiji Ryan Cartwright.
Naiji David Caruso.
Naiji Julian Casablancas.
Naiji Johnny Cash.
Naiji James Casals.
Naiji Federico Castelluccio.
Naiji Fidel Castro.
Naiji Jimmy Cotti.
Naiji Roberto Cavalli.
Naiji Tom Kavanaugh.
Flash. Naiji Nick Cave.
Naiji Jim Caviezel.
Naiji Wyatt Cenac.
Naiji Vint Cerf.
Oh, is he the guy from Matrix? Oh, no, I'm not sure. No, no, he's a computer scientist, not
Oh, this guy. He was updated. Because wasn't he before he was like a Zine, right, or something?
I don't remember. Maybe possibly. I can see why. A lot of Zai, but I think that's an IG.
Is this mine?
Yeah, it's yours, Glenn.
Oh,
Naiji
yeah.
Mark Cerny.
Naiji Michael Severus.
Naiji Drew Chadwick.
Naiji Chris Chalk.
Lucius Fox.
Yeah.
Glenn.
Oh, Naiji Wilt Chamberlain.
Naiji Justin Chambers.
Naiji Jackie Chan.
Naiji JC Chan.
Naiji Chris Cheney.
Naiji Chen Chang.
Naiji Harry Chapin.
Naiji Charlie Chaplin.
Naiji Tom Chaplin.
Naiji Patrick Chapat.
Naiji Dave Chappelle.
Naiji Larry Charles.
Naiji Ray Charles.
Naiji Ian Charlson.
Naiji Leslie Charteris.
Naiji David Chase.
He's kind of like a Bill Murray kind of thing going on.
He does. With an aware mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Cousin Riffs. Glenn.
Naiji J.C. Chazez.
Yeah.
Haven't had to say that name in a long time.
Naiji Justin Chatwin.
Naiji Cesar Chavez.
Naiji Julio Cesar Chavez.
Yeah, he has such a broad face. It's like
I'm going to look at him anyway. His eyes are kind of heavy too.
yeah. It's such a power head.
Yeah.
It's like, well, I guess it doesn't, it's not necessarily indicative of pilot, but it's such a large head.
Yeah. But I got him down though.
Yeah.
Naiji Julio Cesar Chavez Jr.
Naiji Damien Chazelle.
Naiji Perry Chen.
Naiji Adam Cheng.
Naiji Ekin Cheng.
Naiji Patrice Chirot.
Naiji Gary Chiron.
Naiji Chao Li Chin. Chao Li Chi. Sorry.
Naiji Sonny Chiba.
Naiji Michael Chiesa.
Naiji Lee Child.
Naiji Alex Chilton.
Naiji Suho Chen.
Naiji Chingy.
Naiji Gokar Chivichian.
Naiji John Cho.
Naiji Colin Chow.
Naiji Jay Chow.
Naiji Stephen Chow.
Naiji Chad Christ.
Oh, that reminds me of Ethan Hawke a little bit.
Yeah, Ethan Hawke.
It does.
Yeah, yeah.
Naiji Sean Christensen.
Naiji David Christian.
Naiji Christo.
Naiji Patrick Chung.
Naiji Derek Ciafrance.
Naiji Michael Semino.
Naiji Greg Kipes.
Naiji Eric Clapton.
Naiji Alex Clare.
Naiji Jean Clark.
Naiji Spencer Treat Clark.
Naiji Gary Clark Jr.
Coming right up on the time, I think we can go for 500 here, 500 samples. Right close.
All right, let's do it.
Naiji Allen Clark.
Naiji Arthur C. Clark.
Naiji Noel Clark.
Naiji Vince Clark.
Naiji James Clavel.
Naiji Les Claypool.
Naiji Doug Clifford.
Naiji Bill Clinton.
Naiji Kurt Cobain.
Naiji Jarvis Coker.
Naiji Joe Cocker.
Naiji Leonard Cohen.
Naiji Rob Cohen.
Naiji Sasha Baron Cohen.
Naiji Mark Cohen.
Naiji Reese Coiro.
Naiji John Colaneri.
Naiji David Colclo.
Naiji J. Cole.
Naiji Nat King Cole.
Naiji Stephen Coletti.
Naiji Bootsy Collins.
Naiji Edwin Collins.
Naiji Justin Lee Collins.
Naiji Misha Collins.
Naiji Phil Collins.
Naiji Chris Columbus.
Naiji Common.
Naiji Samuel Camaro.
Naiji Carlos Condon.
Naiji Zach Condon.
Naiji Chris Conley.
Naiji Andy Connell.
Naiji Harry Connick Jr.
Naiji Billy Connolly.
Naiji Kevin Conley.
Naiji Nathan Connolly. Last one for Charlene.
Naiji Jimmy Connors.
Actually, no, 500 is
Oh,
Ben.
yeah,
Ben
Ben.
makes sense too.
Naiji Robert Conrad.
Nice.
There we go.
All righty. Great job, everyone. I think 500 is a good number to try to always shoot for as our minimum. I'll try to do 500 to 1,000 of those. That was great. And also, I think we're pretty familiar with the Naiji male. So this is kind of a review on this one. Next time we'll have not as much preamble, and it'd be good because we're getting some ones that we haven't had as much experience with. Next weekend, next Sunday, will be Naiji male. So look forward to that.
Oh, interesting. So we're not gonna do all of the Naiji mail. We're just gonna.
No. So what I want to do is I want you guys on your own between now and next Sunday to go through the rest of the Naiji mail as many as you can. There's a lot of them, but try to go to at least 1,000 for the finishing of the review. And if there's any that pop out to you, please go ahead, just send them to me, and I'll add them to my review list.
Okay, cool. So yeah, so the way you get that exact list is you want to select all the samples and then select alphabetical, and then go to page 500 is how you get the exact list of the remaining samples.
Nice. Thank you. Great.
Yep.
So everyone, so go ahead and go through that and finish up a review to 1,000 on your own, 1,000 or more. And then, like I said, anything that you see that you want to take a look at, just go ahead and send it my way, and I'll make sure to do that. All right. Have a great evening.
Awesome.
And next time, Naiji mail, more to come.
Awesome.
Awesome.
All right. Have a good night, everyone. It's been great.
Good night.
It was.
Awesome.
Thanks, Ben.
Thank
Definitely.
you.
Thanks, man.